Okay. Recording. Let's start this from the top. All right, so we're doing the homework from page 158, 16 through 23. That's the bottom half. We've done 16, positive 17 plus negative 6, which gave us positive 11. Now, 17, we have negative 24, so you're in the negative. You have less than 0. So, I said, oh, well, if you keep taking from a negative, it's just going to keep adding to your what? Your debt. So, a negative 24, and then I say, oh, well, you don't have no more, but I'm going to still take a little bit of whatever. And I say, here's 8 more. Are you going to be in the positives or in the negatives? You're going to still be in the what? Negative. You're just going to be in the negative even more because I've what? Added 8 to the 24. So now we know 2 negatives, when you're adding 2 negatives, you add them together, but your answer is going to be what? Negative. Okay? When adding negatives, when adding them, 2 negatives are always going to, you can add them together, but the sign is always going to be negative. So 24, negative 24 plus negative 8 is negative 32. All right, now we have negative 31. You're already in the what? In the negative. But I said, I feel bad for you. Let me give you 16. Well, giving you 16, giving it to you, not adding to your debt, but giving you 16. Will your answer still be in the negatives? Will you still be in the negative? Because you're negative in the you're 31 in the negative, but I'm only giving you 16. No, you wouldn't be in the positives. Because remember, you're 31 in. 31. Your debt is larger than what I'm giving you. So you would be in the what? The negatives. But you'll just be less in the negative. So that means 31 minus 16. 31 minus 16 is negative 15. See, your debt is not as much anymore. Look at your numbers and see when you have a negative number and a positive number. Is what I'm giving you more than your debt? No. So that means even though you're giving me some, I'm still going to be in debt. I'm still going to be below 0. Even though someone's giving me 16, it's just helping me to get out of debt, but still there. Now we have adding 2 positive numbers. So how do we do that? We just add. And we should get 89. Positive 89. All right, so we have negative 6 and positive 8. So you're in the what? The negatives. You're in the negatives by 6, right? But if I say, I'm going to give you 8, is your gain more than your negative? Yes. So what do we need to do? We need to subtract. 8 minus 6 is what? Or 6, and if you had 6 and I made you have 8. I gave you 8. So 8, and then we're going to take away 6. That leaves you in the positives of what? 2. So you're back in the positives. Because if you're negative 6, because remember, you're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're in the negatives here. And then if you're here and I say, well, I feel bad for you. Let me give you 8. You're negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would put you in the positive part of 2. So if you need to use that number line, you know what, I might know, I don't know, I can't, I already read the test. So you're in the positives of 19, right? You're in the positives of, the positive 12. So you're all the way here, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we know 0. And then all the way back here is 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So, you're in the positive 12. You're positive, right? Positive 12. But I say, I don't care. I don't care if you only have 12. I want 19. Would that, me taking 19, would that leave your account in the positives or the negatives? If you only had 12 and I took 19, it would leave you where? In the negatives. Because look, because I'm taking you from 12 and I'm taking 19. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. How much debt are you in? How much debt are you in now? Since you only had 12 and I took 19, so you already had 12. If I would have just took the 12, you would have been at 0. But then I decided to keep fucking up, to keep going. Sorry. To keep going. So 12, you said I had 12, but you want 19. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So how much you would be in the negatives now? 7. I hope I record. Because I can't record no more. I am. Alright, so now we have negative 72. That's why I don't do the number line, because look at your numbers. How they're bigger now. You can't do a number line for numbers that are so large. So, and after this exit ticket, we're going to see if we need to readdress, okay? We're going to see what we need to readdress, and if we need to go over this lesson again, we'll go over it. And then once you get a good exit ticket, we'll move on, all right? Okay. Well, we only do 2 exit tickets, so this is the first one. We'll do another lesson on it, and then we'll do another video, but you have to keep in mind that you're doing the videos, you're doing this video, and you're doing the homework, okay? That way you can figure out, okay, yeah, I'm not there yet. Exit tickets are made to let me know, hey, we're there. If we're not there, we have to continue on with this lesson, but only for so much. So I'm only going 4 days within one subject area. So this is day 2. We're going to do an exit ticket. If it didn't work out, we're going to come back, still day 2. Work some more, and then work on day 3, and then 4 will be another exit ticket, but of course we won't readdress it again. Alright, so you are negative 72. You're negative. Look at your negative balance. Even though I'm giving you more, is 72 larger? Is 34 larger than 72? Is the number 34 larger than 72? No. So if 34 isn't larger than 72, I know my answer, I'm going to still be where? In the negatives. That's what you need to ask yourself. Was someone giving me large enough to get me out of the negatives? If not, you know your answer is going to be negative. All right, and we know here, if we have 2 negatives and we're adding them, we just add them, but it keeps the what? the negative sign, because all it's doing is adding on to a negative amount. So we know our answer is going to be negative, even though they gave me a positive 34. Even though it was a positive 34. How much more, well, I'm sorry, since they gave us a positive 34, we know we are going to subtract 72 minus 34. And that's going to tell us where we are now. So 72 minus 34, and it's still your regular, smegular stuff that you're going to be adding. All right, so don't think that you're not adding regularly. So, negative 38. And we already know two negatives added together is going to be and we just add them like normal. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do our exit ticket. It's going to be on something that we've already done. You know I don't like to go looking for extra problems. So we're going to do the exit ticket. If you get it wrong, don't worry about it. We're just going to readdress this lesson. That's all. All right? So I'm going to stop the recording, and we're going to do our exit ticket. For the students who are using the recording, at the end of the week, you can pick up your exit tickets, or you can say, send me a picture of it, and you can upload your answers to YouTube, or send me a picture